Ashok Gehlot government in Rajasthan in crisis as Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot claims the support of 30 MLAs. Congress issues whip for today's state legislative party meeting over Pilot's probable absence from the meeting. BJP says Congress internal strife has come to the fore. Flood situation remains grim in many states. Rivers flowing above danger mark in Bihar. NDRF teams engage in relief and rescue operations in Assam. Met Department predicts heavy rainfall for the next 5 days in Northeast, West Bengal and many districts of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. State governments rely on lockdown to contain COVID-19 spread. Maharashtra government imposes lockdown in Mumbai, Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad as active cases in the state reach 1 lakh. Uttar Pradesh to impose mini lockdowns on weekends. Shillong imposes complete lockdown for the next 2 days. Schools meanwhile to reopen in Andhra Pradesh from today. India fights all out against COVID-19. Recovery rate climbs to about 63%. Over 2,92,000 active cases in the country. Recovery rate in Delhi climbs to 80%. Condition of megastar Amitabh Bachchan and his family members who test COVID-19 positive remains stable. Researchers of Shechenov University of Russia claim successful completion of clinical trials of the world's first COVID-19 vaccine on volunteers. Russian mission to India tweets the trials found vaccine safe. Meanwhile, confirmed COVID-19 cases touch 1 crore 28 lakhs with 5 lakh 68,000 fatalities. And in sports, 73-run partnership of Roston Chase and Jeremy Blackwood leads West Indies to a 4-wicket victory over England in Southampton Test. Blackwood shines with a superb knock of 95. West Indies lead 3-match Test series 1-0. Good morning. Welcome to English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. Starting first up with Rajasthan. Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot on Sunday declared open rebellion, claiming that the Ashok Gehlot government is now in minority as over 30 Congress MLAs are supporting him. In a statement, the state Congress chief also said he will not attend the Congress Legislative Party meeting scheduled to be held today. Pilot said that Ashok Gehlot is in minority with over 30 Congress and some independent MLAs having pledged support. The statement on his official WhatsApp group said. His statement surfaced just as ministers and Congress MLAs were gathering at Gehlot's official residence in the state capital for a meeting meant to express support to the chief minister amid the power tussle between the two leaders. Soon after Pilot's announcement, Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala said that the party remained intact and the government will complete its 5-year term. Surjewala and AICC General Secretary Avinash Pandey were in Jaipur to attend Sunday's meeting at the CM's residence and Legislative Party meeting on Monday as observers. Ajay Makhan will also head to Jaipur as the Congress tries to avert the loss of another state after Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh. Party leaders were in a huddle at the CM's residence till late at night after Pilot's announcement. Gehlot and other leaders are said to be in touch with allies and independent MLAs supporting the government, hoping to ensure at Monday's meeting that the Congress government has the numbers to retain power. Sachin Pilot has been incommunicado for about 2 days. Pilot supporters said he was camping in Delhi and was upset over a notice sent to him by the Rajasthan police, who claimed to have stumbled on a plot to topple the Congress government. The notice from the Special Operations Group had sought time from him to record a statement. Meanwhile, Rajasthan Congress has issued a whip and asked all the MLAs to be present at the 10:30 a.m. CLP meeting. Well, for more inputs on the story, Vishal Baristo, our correspondent tracking Rajasthan for us, joining us this morning. Vishal, good morning. Vishal, purely looking at it, the way things stand, how do you see, it play out today? Is it going to see the same script that we saw in Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka? or is there a twist in the tale, that's taken place overnight?
A very good morning to you, Anil. No, it's not going to be repeat of Madhya Pradesh as far as the figures go, because the numbers are not in favor of the BJP. BJP, along with
Okay.
its allies, stand at 75. And when you look at the figures in the present Vidhan Sabha, Rajasthan, Congress has 107 MLAs of its own, plus 13 supported by independent and also one by RLD. Now, Sachin Parikh claims that he has 30 MLAs supporting him, and the Congress Gehlot government is in crisis, and it is in minority now. And at the same time, in a hurriedly called press conference at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, the party observer Surjewala said that 109 MLAs are with Gehlot. They have the letters with him, signed letters
Okay.
with them, and also more are in touch. Now it's a very interesting move, Anil. But let's take not both the claims. So let's take a hypothetical figures. Suppose Sachin Pilot has 24 MLAs with him, and they withdraw their support. So the figure comes to 176. That means the majority which has to be proven is at the figure 89. Now, with 24 moving out, Congress would be left with 83, which is 6 short of the majority. And at the same time, BJP will also need 14 more MLAs to claim the majority figure of 89. So it's an interesting move,
Okay.
but it is certainly not the way it happened in the Madhya Pradesh, because BJP is lacking figures here. And it would
Okay.
be interesting to note how things turn up at the 10:30 CLP meet. But
Okay.
let me tell you that Sachin Pilot has been in touch, as the media report says, with the BJP leaders, and he wants to be the chief minister. But so far, he has not been given assurance. So that's going to be an interesting move, whether he goes with BJP or he decides on his own, forms another regional party, or he is being finally he is won over by the Congress party leaders, because everybody is very concerned about what's happening in Rajasthan as far as the Congress party is concerned. So it's going to be an interesting political drama as it unfolds during the day. And Anil?
Okay, an internal, all-out war there between the state chief minister and the deputy chief minister. Having said that, what's the anticipation, in that CLP meet? Do we expect Sachin Pilot to be there, or, Sachin Pilot, as newspaper reports claim, will be very much, grounded in Delhi?
Well, certainly Sachin Pilot is not expected to attend this CLP meet, because he himself has written in his WhatsApp group, which is his official WhatsApp group, and he claims that he has 30 supporters with him and is not going to attend the 10:30 a.m. meet. So definitely that is out of question. But what remains to be seen as to how Congress gathers its support. But let me tell you, Anil, it is not, the drama did not start 4 months back when Jyotiraditya joined the BJP and left Congress party. It all started much before the Rajasthan elections.
Okay.
And time and again when Ashok Gehlot was asked, because remember that time, today also, PCC chief Sachin Pilot, he has not been officially moved out. So when he was asked, Ashok Gehlot, as who's going to be the chief minister of Rajasthan if Congress comes in power, and Ashok Gehlot would time and again say that the history says that PCC chief has never been the chief minister of the state. So very much clear indication that he would take on
Okay.
hold the reins of Rajasthan. So the fight was on even before the elections started in Rajasthan, and that had its reflection in the general elections, with the BJP scoring all 25 and Congress scoring a big 0.
Okay, desert storm brewing there. We'll have to wait and watch how things pan out. Thank you and appreciate you joining us, Vishal, with those updates there from Jaipur. Well, moving on now to moving on to taking a look at what could it mean for the Congress. A.V. Singh, our correspondent tracking Congress, joining us this morning. A.V., purely looking at it from a Congress perspective, where did it all go wrong?
जी बिल्कुल, अगर हम कांग्रेस के लिहाज से और ये वर्तमान जो स्थितियां हैं राजस्थान में उसको देखें, तो सचिन पायलट और गहलोत के बीच में जब सरकार का गठन हुआ था तभी से ये आपस की खींचतान थी। लेकिन ये बात स्पष्ट विधायकों की संख्या है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा विधायकों का समर्थन अशोक गहलोत को हासिल था और इसी वजह से उनको मुख्यमंत्री बनाया गया था। लेकिन सचिन पायलट ने पूरे समय ये कोशिश की कि उनका स्थान बने। वो मुख्यमंत्री बनने के बाद भी वो संतुष्ट नहीं थे। बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात मैं ये शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि सचिन पायलट और अशोक गहलोत की इस पूरे प्रकरण में सचिन जो अशोक गहलोत है वो ज्यादा भारी पड़ते हुए दिख रहे हैं आलाकमान की नजर में, क्योंकि जो मेरी जानकारी है, मेरे सूत्र ये बता रहे हैं कि जो एसओजी की फाइंडिंग थी उसको उन्होंने आलाकमान के साथ शेयर किया है, टॉप लीडरशिप के साथ शेयर किया है, और उसमें गंभीर आरोप उन्होंने सचिन पायलट के ऊपर लगाए हैं। उन फाइंडिंग्स को दिखाते हुए उन्होंने अपना प्रूफ रखा है कि किस तरह से सचिन पायलट सरकार को अस्थिर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और उनकी बात कल शाम आते आते तक लगभग सही भी हो गई। ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया के साथ मुलाकात करना और उसके बाद उनके मीडिया एडवाइजर का उनके बयान को जारी करना, एक उप मुख्यमंत्री रहते हुए, राज्य का प्रदेश अध्यक्ष रहते हुए अगर वो कहते हैं कि उनकी सरकार जो अशोक गहलोत की सरकार है वो अब उसके पास बहुमत नहीं है, तो निश्चित तौर पर ये एक पार्टी विरोधी गतिविधि मानी जाएगी। जो कांग्रेस के टॉप लीडर थे, कल ये बात उनसे मेरी बात हुई थी, उनका कहना था कि जो अनुशासनात्मक कार्रवाई है वो सचिन पायलट पर तत्काल की जानी चाहिए, उसके पहले कि वो किसी और पार्टी में शामिल होते हैं या फिर कोई नया दल बनाते हैं। इसमें अभी वक्त जरूर लगेगा, लेकिन 10:30 की मीटिंग के बाद कांग्रेस जरूर कोई क्लियर स्टैंड लेगी। अगर सचिन पायलट अपने कोई जो स्टैंड है उसे बदलाव नहीं करते या फिर जो स्थितियां हैं उससे वापस नहीं जाते, लेकिन लगता नहीं कि सचिन पायलट अब वापस जाने के लिए कोई गुंजाइश छोड़ रहे।
Okay, Ajay, quick brief, point from you. Purely looking at this old versus new fight that that has been brewing in the Congress for long. How do you see this? Is there a middle path that the party can take? Where the old is always fighting with the young, who seem to be more restless and more eager for more responsibility.
बिल्कुल, ये पार्टी अभी ही नहीं, बहुत पहले से ये पार्टी के भीतर चल रहा है और ये संघर्ष अभी ही नहीं और टॉप लीडरशिप के स्तर पर भी है। सभी लोग जानते हैं कि राहुल गांधी किन परिस्थितियों में पार्टी अध्यक्ष पद से इस्तीफा दिए। अभी भी जो नौजवान नेता हैं वो चाहते हैं कि राहुल गांधी फिर से अध्यक्ष बने, लेकिन जो सीनियर लीडर्स हैं उनकी अपनी स्थिति है, वो नहीं चाहते किसी और को बनाया जाए। इस तरह की स्थितियां हैं, लेकिन इस प्रकरण में सबसे अहम बात यह है कि अशोक गहलोत सोनिया गांधी के भी खास हैं और राहुल गांधी के भी खास हैं। हालांकि सचिन पायलट राहुल गांधी के खास है, लेकिन अशोक गहलोत ने जो गंभीर आरोप लगाए हैं और उसके जो प्रूफ किए हैं, उसी वजह से जो शीर्ष नेतृत्व है 3 दिन यहाँ पर रहने के बावजूद सचिन पायलट से मुलाकात नहीं किया। जो अदर चैनल है उनके जरिए बात किया गया। कल शाम को ये सूचना जरूर आई कि राहुल गांधी ने सचिन पायलट से बात करने की कोशिश की है, बात की है, लेकिन उसके भी कोई प्रमाण नहीं दिए गए। वो बात हुई या नहीं किसी को नहीं पता, लेकिन ये बात जरूर है कि सचिन पायलट को एक युवा नेता के तौर पर तमाम जिम्मेदारियां दी गई थी। उन जिम्मेदारियों के बाद भी अगर वो पार्टी विरोधी गतिविधियों में लिप्त रहेंगे तो निश्चित तौर पर पार्टी कोई कड़ा कदम जरूर उठाएगी। इसके पहले कि वो किसी पार्टी छोड़े या किसी और पार्टी में जाए या अपना दल बनाए, जो भी उनकी स्थितियां हो, लेकिन जरूर उसके पहले कांग्रेस कोई कड़ा कदम उठा सकती है।
Okay, many points to ponder there for the grand old party. Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot there raising the red flag. He is all set to skip that Rajasthan Legislative Party meeting later today, also claiming that he has the support of 30 MLAs and that the Ashok Gehlot government is in minority. Lots to look forward to in this desert storm. That's going to be the big story that we're going to track across the day. Thank you, A.B. Singh, for joining us with those updates there on that particular story. That's going to be the top focus across the day. Moving on now, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Delhi remain the worst affected states in the country from COVID-19. Maharashtra reported a massive surge of 7,827 COVID-19 cases on Sunday. With this, the total number reached the 250,000 mark, while with 173 deaths reported in the last 24 hours, pushed the total death toll to 10,289. The state's COVID death toll crossed the 10,000 mark on Sunday. Active cases in the state stand at 103,560. Moving down south in Tamil Nadu, 4,244 persons tested positive for COVID-19 in Tamil Nadu on Sunday. Besides, 68 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, taking the state's death toll tally to 1,966. Also, 3,617 persons were discharged on Sunday, taking the total number of recovered patients in the state to 89,532. The total number of cases in Tamil Nadu currently stand at 1,38,470. Back in the national capital, in Delhi, 1,573 new cases were reported on Sunday. Besides, 2,276 patients recovered and 37 deaths were reported in Delhi. Total number of cases in the national capital is now 1,12,494. The good thing is that the recovery rate has improved to nearly 80% in Delhi. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has said that the country is fighting the COVID pandemic with all its might. He said that India has ramped up testing, with the number of testing centers having increased.
ये वायरस और इसके लिए वायरस का टेस्ट, इसका स्वैब अमेरिका जाया करता था कुछ वर्ष पहले तक। हमारे पास एक लेबॉर्ट्री थी और हमने किस प्रकार से अप्रैल के महीने में अगर आप ख्याल करेंगे तो शायद हम 5-6 हज़ार टेस्ट रोज़ करते थे। आज हमारे पास देश में 1194 लेबॉर्ट्रीज़ हैं जहां हम इस वायरस के लिए टेस्ट कर रहे हैं। टेस्ट भी सब प्रकार के कर रहे हैं, RT-PCR टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, एंटीजन टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट कर रहे हैं। और आज एक दिन में 2,80,000 85,000 तक टेस्ट हो रहे हैं। 3.25 लाख हमारी टेस्ट करने की कैपेसिटी हो गई। और लेकिन हमने अभी रुके नहीं हैं, हम 1 मिलियन टेस्ट रोज़ करने की अपनी कैपेसिटी को लगातार तेज़ी से विकसित कर रहे हैं।
He assured the nation that India will win the decisive battle against COVID-19.
हमारी शुरू से स्ट्रैटेजी यही है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा केस डिटेक्ट होने चाहिए, अर्ली डिटेक्ट होने चाहिए, तुरंत उनका ट्रीटमेंट शुरू होना चाहिए। तुरंत अगर अस्पताल में या किसी हेल्थ सेंटर में कोविड के या कोविड केयर सेंटर में उन्हें जाना है या क्वारंटाइन सेंटर में जाना है, वहाँ उनको शिफ्ट करना चाहिए ताकि अर्ली ट्रीटमेंट शुरू हो और हमारी मॉर्टेलिटी नीचे रहे। आज दुनिया में सबसे कम हमारी मॉर्टेलिटी है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि कोरोना के खिलाफ जो जंग चल रही है, इसमें भारत को निश्चित रूप से आने वाले समय में एक निर्णायक विजय प्राप्त होगी।
Lockdown in some parts of Maharashtra has been extended due to the rising cases of COVID-19. Thane district has extended the lockdown till 19th of July. Thane Municipal Corporation along with Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation has seen unprecedented rise in COVID-19 cases. These corporations have extended the lockdown till 19th of July. Pune and its neighbouring Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation and some parts of rural Pune have also witnessed the same situation. Hence, the administration has enforced a 10-day lockdown in the region. The lockdown decision took everyone by surprise, but the district and civic administration said it is needed to break the chain of COVID-19 spread and also to boost the critical health infrastructure. Except for essential services, other activities will be closed in this region. Well, several other states have also announced lockdown for the next few days to contain the spread of COVID-19. Assam government has extended lockdown in all areas of Kamrup district till the 19th of July. Complete lockdown has also been announced on Monday and Tuesday in Shillong. The Meghalaya government took the decision to contain the spread of COVID-19 besides ensuring behavioral changes among citizens to follow coronavirus-related guidelines. Well, moving on, in Arunachal Pradesh, capital region Itanagar, lockdown has been extended till 20th of July. The total lockdown will be till 5 a.m. On July 20th. During the period, intensive surveillance will be carried out at CENF sector of Nahar Lagoon. Contact tracing will also be intensified during this particular period. The lockdown will also see all the frontline workers from various departments undergo COVID-19 tests. Well, moving on now to Nagaland. The Nagaland government also extended the ongoing lockdown in the state till July 31st. The ongoing lockdown in the state, which is supposed to be lifted on 16th of July, has now been extended for another 15 days at a meeting of the high-powered committee on COVID-19. Back in Mumbai and taking a look at the updates on superstar Amitabh Bachchan and his family. After Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek, two more members of the megastar's family, daughter-in-law Aishwarya and her daughter Aradhya, have tested positive for COVID-19. Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope said this on Sunday. Aishwarya's mother-in-law Jaya Bachchan has tested negative. The health condition of megastar Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek is stable after they were found to be COVID-19 positive. Amitabh Bachchan is stable with mild symptoms and is currently admitted in an isolation unit of the hospital. Mumbai civic authorities are sanitizing the residence and office premise of Amitabh Bachchan in Juhu area after the megastar and his son tested positive for COVID. Contact tracing was also being done. Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek on Saturday said they had tested positive for COVID and were admitted to hospital. The BMC teams were sanitizing the residential and office premises as per the standard operating procedures. Security has also been stepped up outside Bachchan's two bungalows in Juhu and the hospital where the veteran actor and his son are admitted. Akshay Kumar has replied to Amitabh Bachchan's tweet and said that he is praying for the speedy recovery of Amitabh Bachchan. Veteran actor Anupam Kher also tweeted, respected Amitabh Bachchan, you have overcome every difficulty in your life with your morale. I and the entire nation are confident that you will return home safely and healthily victorious from the battle of Corona. Cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar tweeted, take care Amitji, praying for your good health and quick recovery. Water is the basic necessity of life. Lack of proper hydration may cause many problems. Our correspondent Kiran Bharadwaj spoke to Dr. Govind Makharia about the importance of hydration for our health.
Inadequate intake of water and fluids can become the cause of dehydration. What is the importance of hydration for good health? Let's understand from Dr. Govind Makharia.
Hello.
Dr. Makharia, how important is good hydration for our health?
60% of our body is made up of water. And water is required for every function of our cells, tissues and organs. Water also helps in excretion of all those toxic material which are produced during metabolism in our body. Like all these materials are excreted by urine or in the stool.
If a person does not have adequate water, what problems can occur?
If water intake is less, that can lead to poor oral hygiene. It can lead to kidney stone. Therefore, one must maintain a normal water intake per day.
How much water should we drink during the day?
Normally, we need about 2.5 to 3 liters of water per day. And of that, about 20% come from food. So roughly about, we have to drink about 2 to 2.5 liters of water per day to remain well hydrated. Simply means you drink about 6 to 8 glasses of water per day.
Keep yourself well hydrated for glowing skin, better digestion and a good health. Kiran Bharadwaj, DD News.
Well, keeping oneself hydrated, the need of the hour. Well, let's now take a look at the global updates on COVID-19. The coronavirus has claimed the lives of over 5,68,000 people worldwide, with over 1,28 lakh people being infected by the infection so far. United States and Brazil remain the worst affected in terms of COVID-19 infections and fatalities. USA has so far recorded 33 lakhs 2,000 cases and over 1,35,000 deaths, while Brazil has recorded 18 lakhs 64,000 cases and 72,100 deaths in Brazil. Talking of the death toll worldwide, after United States and Brazil, it is followed by UK with 44,904 fatalities, followed by Italy, Mexico and France. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. Thanks for watching. Take good care of yourself and stay safe. Bye.